this is Jake Zelda, and welcome to my very, very first Zelda blog. Woohoo! Okay, so my Zelda blog will be pretty much me talking into a microphone for about 15 seconds or so. Just kidding, it's gonna be really long. Woohoo! Don't worry, I'll try making it as least boring as possible. So, the very first thing I'm going to talk about is my Zelda timeline, just to test out what you guys think. So, my first thing on the list is obviously Skyward Sword. I've completed the game, best game ever. I think it's the most epic thing in the entire world. But yeah, so Skyward Sword, it shows where the Triforce comes from, why Link is so awesome, why Zelda is the leader of Hyrule. It's just an amazing story. It pulls together everything, helps make this timeline so easy. Alright, next, Minish Cap. Minish Cap extends Skyward Sword. As you know, if you played Skyward Sword, Zelda is the goddess. She has the power to. She has the power. She has the light. She has the ability to do practically anything. In Minish Cap, this power transfers through the maidens of the Hyrule family. That is exactly what Vati, the evil villain, is trying to find. And so he tries to kill Zelda in the end. I'll explain Minish Cap in one of my videos. Next is Four Swords. Normally, it's one of the most weirdest places possible, but I think Four Swords goes here for the reason of it's just Vati. There's a reason why Four Swords Adventures is not right afterwards, but I'll get into that later. Ocarina of Time, obviously, is next. Now, Ocarina of Time, it talks more about the goddesses that are mentioned in Skyward Sword, but the goddesses were more of called old goddesses or old gods. The old gods, they weren't really important to the story, so they weren't really mentioned. So therefore, Ocarina of Time mentions more of the goddesses to explain the story, the way Hyrule was made. It explains the Triforce a bit more. Now, Ocarina of Time has a little time problem. So what happens is there's a split time warp in a way. There's when you defeat Ganondorf, you have Zelda in the future trying to reform the world. But then Zelda brings Link back in time to relive his childhood. Therefore, there's the adult timeline where Ganondorf is defeated, and the child timeline where Ganondorf is not. Let's go with the shorter one, the adult timeline. After Zelda brings Link back, a few years passed. Well, a few 100 years passed, I'm guessing. I'm thinking the oracles come in, the oracle of seasons and ages. What's going on is the witches that you have defeated in Ocarina of Time as an adult is trying to bring back Ganondorf. But they can't quite do it because you keep defeating him. However, Nintendo has talked about this wonderful thing that they forgot. Oracle of Secrets. Never been made, but they did try. Oracle of Secrets was going to have furore, as Seasons has Din and Ages has Naru. They tried really hard to create this, but they decided against it because they didn't want three similar games come out at the same time, and two seemed well enough, pretty good. So they left it at the two. My imagination runs wild as I'm saying, as I think, well, Thror is kidnapped. Link did nothing about it. He dies, and therefore the Ganondorf came back. As was told in Wind Waker, Ganondorf comes back, but the hero was not to be found. Partially because Zelda sent him back in time. So, then we have, of course, the Great Flood, which is the goddesses try to set things right by flooding Hyrule and sending a few on mountaintops to save them. So we have Wind Waker. Phantom Hourglass is next. That is after Link has saved his sister. He decides, oh, all right, Tetra, I'll follow you around. So, yeah. Tetra gets kidnapped by a ghost ship, and she's turned into stone. Link has to save her. After about 100 years, Spirit Track comes out. Spirit Track, I'll mention more later. Now, on to the kid's story, the kid's side. Now, Ocarina of Time, Link says, alright, I'll relive my past. Majora's Mask obviously comes after, but you kind of have to think about it. He's looking for Navi, but Navi, he still has an Ocarina of Time. So I'm thinking Navi got bored of being ignored and yelled at because she's slightly annoying, as some people say. So she runs away, and Link tries to get her back. Majora's Mask happens. Four Swords Adventure comes afterwards. The reason why is that in Ocarina of Time, Ganondorf was trying really hard to get into Hyrule Castle and kill the king and things like that. But he was discovered by Zelda Child and Link Child. And Zelda told her father. And he was thrown out. In Four Swords Adventure, you see the Grotto Valley. And he steals the mirror of shadows. So, yeah. So he gets trapped, I think, in the mirror of shadows and turned into a pig. Now, you're going to have to help me out because these last four I haven't actually played all the way through. And I'm really sorry. I'm trying. I have them. I haven't really worked on them. Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Link to the Past, and Link Awakening. That's the list I have after Four Swords Adventure. Problem is, I never play the games. I'm sorry. Just don't know where to put them yet. But if you can help me out, leave your feedback. Now, after that, I'm going to say Ganondorf was sealed away after being all stupid and evil, and Twilight Princess shows up. That's the last of the totally amazing timeline I have. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going on 9 minutes. Woohoo! You got to hear my voice for 9 minutes. All right, so my next video will be on Skyward Sword. I will talk about all the amazing things on Skyward Sword, as well as little tips, because I finished the game, and it is good to have tips from people that finished the game, instead of people who have no idea what they're talking about. Well, that's it. So, gotta say, Jink Zelda out.